Welcome back to Stretch 4 Hoops. I'm Brandon Theo Dorsey.
And I'm Akil Williams.
And we're about to break down another trade the Cleveland Cavaliers have pulled off. Sources say they're sending 2 first-round picks to the Denver Nuggets for Timofey Mozgov, who is that rim protector they needed, and they've been asking for since the beginning of the season. The first trade allowed them to get another first-round pick, another asset to trade for Mozgov. They got rid of waiters. They got Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith, and Timofey Mozgov. 3 new additions to that lineup. How do you think this will affect the Cleveland Cavaliers?
I like that trade. I love it. We don't need a scorer. Well, may I say, Cleveland doesn't need a scorer.
Oh, we got a bandwagon there.
No. Cleveland doesn't need a scorer. They just need a big rim protector. Something they needed because Kevin Love won't do the job. Verjon went out for the season. So Mozgov, 2 blocks a game. You don't need to give him 7 points a game. We don't need that with Cleveland. Just be the big body, the rim protector they need to stop players like Joakim Noah, Paul Gasol, Gortat. Just slow them down a tad bit. Take the load off of Kevin Love.
That's right. The great thing about that is you have some of those Matador-style defensive players on the perimeter. You talk about Kyrie Irving. You brought in J.R. Smith, Mike Miller. So when they're attacking the rim now, one of the problems with Kevin Love was his help side defense wasn't all the way there. He didn't have that same IQ or the willingness to step in front of plays. Sometimes you see him jump in there and he kind of looked out of place. Timofey Mozgov, a really good rim protector. I know Blake Griffin has other things to say about that, but the Cleveland Cavaliers are used to having big men that get jammed on. I mean, Anderson Varejao has done a lot of the same thing, right? They've given up all of their future assets. They have barely any more picks left. They have a lot of guys tied up into these contracts. We'll see if this works out. If it doesn't, it could be disastrous for Cleveland. If it works out, maybe they get out of the first round, the second round, maybe even compete for a title. It just depends on how these players will mesh in David Blatt's system. One last point to point out. We talked about it off the camera. Timofey Mozgov, a Russian player, has played in David Blatt's offense. So he kind of knows some of the schemes. He's familiar with the coach.
The trade with Mozgov, hopefully he could improve the team's trust with Coach David Blatt since it's his first year with Cleveland.
That's right, and hopefully this NBA video we produced will help you improve your knowledge on what's going on around the association. I'm Brandon Theo Dorsey.
I'm Akil Williams.
See you next time, man.